Hello! Welcome to Miss Schrage's science class. I'm making this video for all my remote learners. I want you to get to know me, get to know your classroom, even though you're not going to be joining us for the first quarter. Hopefully, cross our fingers, you'll be able to come very, very soon. So we're going to go over a few things in this video, get to know me a little bit, and hopefully at our first Google Meet, we'll get to know you a little bit more. So I am 6th Red science teacher. I love to do labs. Labs are my favorite part of science. I really truly believe that you learn best when you get to do something and touch it and see it and experience it. Unfortunately, with the way things are right now, we're going to be limited on what we're able to do, but I'm going to do as many labs as I can that you can do at home that require very little materials, or I'll let you watch a demonstration of me doing a lab so that you can still see with your own eyes whatever phenomenon we are studying at the time. Throughout the year, we do mostly earth science, so you'll get to talk about earthquakes, volcanoes, plate tectonics, weathering, erosion, deposition, all those good stuff. We do a little bit of different stuff in the beginning of the year. We're going to start with mealworms, and then we'll move into the scientific method, just understanding how experiments work. And then we'll go to measurement and data, make sure you know how to measure correctly and convert within the metric system. And then finally, we'll get into our earth science units. So I'm going to give you a little tour of the classroom. This is my desk back here, trying to stay nice and clean. It will not be clean for long. I have a very cool easy for me to say, a periodic table of elements, except for good scientists. So if I zoom you in, you can see that they are not actually the real elements. They are adjectives that will describe a good scientist. So competitive, work ethic, respectful. So pretty fun. I do flexible seating. So I have different options besides just chairs. Again, I'm limited as to what we can put into our room just because of everything that's going on, but hopefully soon enough I will be able to put in more options. Over here on this board, you will see that I have a daily agenda that will go through what we're doing. That is the first day agenda right there. We'll go through seating chart, we'll go through our syllabus, and then we're going to pass out some textbooks. And then over here on the other side of this board, we have our missing workboard. I put initials up for each class period if you're missing something. So my class period, let's say, is P1. My initials are JS. I would put up there JS, and that means I don't have something. So it just helps me communicate with you. Over here, we have our student info board, just the schedules for different times, and an absent folder for people who are absent. This is the Chromebook that I teach from so that it projects up on my screen right here. I got lots of boxes still because I haven't passed out books yet, so those are all the different books we use. You get to keep your science books. You can write in them, tear pages out, highlight, you name it. Here's my Chrome part and my Turn-It-In drawers. Each class period has their own bin to turn it into, and that's how I keep organized. And over here, we just have my countertop with lots of science supplies everywhere. I hide them normally underneath a curtain, but again, with circumstances the way they are this year, we have everything out in the open. Lots of STEM materials, lots of lab stuff. So that's my classroom. A little bit about myself. My name is Miss Schrage. Actually, my name will be changing very soon. My name is Miss Schrage now, but soon it will be Mrs. Wiegand. My kids last year made this for me, and Mrs. Wiegand is going to be my new name after I get married. I got engaged on Christmas last year. So my wedding is October of 2021. So I'm very excited about my wedding, and that will be an exciting new adventure for me. I live with my fiance, and we have a bulldog named Bo. He loves to sleep and snores very loudly, but he's a very cute puppy. And I have a niece. She's 5 years old. She goes to Alhambra. She's got red hair just like me. We look a lot alike. And she's very, very energetic. Lots of energy. And my sister, Ashley, is her mom. I only have one sister. She's older. She's actually a teacher too. She teaches at Alhambra, and she teaches 3rd grade. So it's kind of nice that we both teach. My mom is a nurse, and my dad is a chef. I love them very much. They're great parents, and I was born and raised here in Highland. I actually got to attend Highland Middle School here, the same place you guys did, which is kind of cool. I get to work with Mrs. Nave, who was my sixth grade science teacher when I was a kid, so that has been really fun to get to come back and work with her. She's one of the most knowledgeable people I've ever met when it comes to science, and I still learn so much from her every day. So it's really nice to get to work with her. When I went to middle school, sixth grade was not in the building. It was only seventh and eighth, but now sixth grade has moved in, and it's a really awesome and fun time, and I love teaching the sixth grade. Okay, what you're going to see as your first assignments are the syllabus, which tells you my classroom expectations. We will meet once a week. We meet on, not once a week. We meet twice a week on Monday and Wednesday. We meet from 1:40 to 2:05, so it's about 25-30 minutes to meet. During this time, I'm going to do little instruction, and it'll be more time for answering questions. We'll talk and review information, things like that. We will also have an opportunity to get to know each other a little bit. I would like to know you guys. I know we're not here together, but I still want to know about your families, your likes, and your dislikes as well. We will create a science blog, and we will use the science blog throughout the entire year, which is pretty cool. I will have videos that will help you set up your blog. You take notes on your blog, and we add videos and pictures and different things to the blog throughout the year. And at the end of the year, you have this awesome online portfolio that shows everything we did for the year. So it's pretty cool. So I want to go over a little bit of what to expect on the times that we meet on Monday and Wednesday. I'm going to post a Google Meets etiquette sheet for you guys to look at on Google Classroom. Everything you will need will be on Google Classroom. I'll communicate with you guys that way. I'll post assignments that way, and there'll be links and different things you need to get your resources. So I will make sure I communicate with you mostly through Google Classroom. You will be in whichever class period you are assigned to me, that's the Google Classroom you'll be in, so you'll get to see everything that the kids here in class are doing as well. Most of the things that you guys will do at home will be exactly the same as what you do in class. Some things might have to be modified a little bit depending on what you guys can access at home. But some Google Meet etiquette things we need to go through. It's just like being in class. You don't yell out and shout out when you're not called on. So you'll keep your mic muted as the whole class. And if you have a question, you can type it into the chat box, or you can raise your hand and wait to be called on. I would prefer you keep your cameras open the whole time so I can see you and you can see me and we can communicate. A lot more personal than not being able to see each other's faces. With that being said, you need to make sure you're wearing school-appropriate clothing. Same rules apply on Google Meets as would here at school. So don't wear anything you wouldn't wear to school. Other things with Google Meets is you want to make sure that you're focused throughout the lesson and you're paying attention for that 25 minutes. Not a bad idea to write down some questions you might have so you don't forget them as you work through your assignments. I would recommend going through the week of assignments or the day of assignments, depending on how much is posted. I'm going to try to post you guys a little early so that if you want to work a little bit more ahead, you can, and then just so that you can know what's coming. So for Monday, I'll make sure you guys have Monday and Tuesday posted so that you can ask more questions if you need to on Wednesday. Okay? You can email me at any point in time. I will email you and your parents if you're missing work for me or if you're not checking in with me. So I will be calling and emailing if I can't get a hold of you. You can also post on Google Classroom. Great way to have another student answer your questions, or you can have me answer your questions. I don't get email notifications if you post on Google Classroom, so I don't necessarily always check that one as fast. So if you need just me, I would recommend emailing me. If you think that another kid could answer it as well as I could, then you can post it on Google Classroom. I would check it every day, but the email notifications come to my phone, so I can check that immediately, which is pretty nice. So if you need me in a very fast-paced manner, feel free to email me. That's the best way. Okay? I will post this meeting etiquette for you guys to view and look at your own leisure. And I will also post a syllabus, which will go through all the units we cover in class, as well as the expectations and grading policies I have. Okay, I'll make sure I give you guys digital feedback about why you got what you got. I'm very big on PQPA, which means part question, part answer. Me and Mr. Fry both do part question, part answer, which means that you have to use the question to answer the question. So if the question is, what is your favorite color? You will have to say, my favorite color is red, instead of just saying it is red. Part question, part answer is when you use the question in your answer. So you would say, my favorite color is red. And that's how you would respond to that. So I will be pretty lenient on that in the beginning, and then I'll get a little harder as things go on. You have your science books, physical copies that you picked up on Friday as remote learners. So you can use those. You can mark in those, highlight in those, tear out pages, do whatever you got to do with those. They're yours to keep. There is also an online software. I will post directions on Google Classroom as how to get onto the online book if you would, for whatever reason, lose or damage your book and you couldn't use it. Then you can use the online software. Okay? Well, until next time, we'll start with mealworms, and our next video will be about how to create a page. Well, how to set up your blog first, and then how to create a page, and we'll start mealworm notes. All right. See you guys later. Thanks for watching.